Morning. It's Tuesday, July 15th. We're out at Heritage Pond. About to go put down some miles. All right, we are rolling. It's a little cool this morning. It feels nice. Morning. So I had wanted to do a helmet cam mount, but the mounts that I have like sticky backs, and they don't fit in the gap top dead center of my helmet. They're smaller than the gap, so it sits funny. It's like a indent in the top of my helmet, so I'm not able to do that. It would put the helmet cam sideways on the helmet, so maybe they have different types of helmet mounts for bike helmets, but I don't have one. Probably don't have time to find one before Ragbrai, so won't be getting any helmet cam footage, unfortunately. But I do have the chest cam. I plan to put that on when I'm walking around, so my hands are free when I'm on Ragbrai, along with selfie sticks, etc. Morning. I'm excited about Ragbrai, but I'm also excited about the fact that I only have a few more days of training videos to record, and then I'll never do one again. If you've been watching and you enjoy them, I'm sorry, but they got to come to an end. I'm just getting bored with doing the same thing constantly. Morning. So I'm going to be moving on to filming other things once this is over. I think I've learned a lot with the editing. Now it's just a matter of imagination going forward, thinking of different things to film and do, and how to edit all the stuff together in the future. Yeah, today's Tuesday, so I got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 3 more days of riding for training, and I'll probably edit all those together into one video and be done with all the training footage. The 25 miles I did yesterday, I'm gonna compile into its own video. Probably try to get that loaded this morning or tonight. Edited this morning, loaded tonight if possible. I'm hoping this morning to get about 15 miles maybe in. At the most. Just gonna head out to the dam and back. That might be around that, I don't know. Body feels a lot better this morning than it did last night. Man, that evening riding is just ridiculous. After being awake all day, doing things, and then going to try to bike ride, my energy level was just shit last night. Like I was saying in the video, if you watch it. I'm used to getting up in the morning. I have a routine that I do. I get up, I hydrate, do my electrolytes, take a caffeine pill, walk the dog, hop on the bike and go. And I do well that way. But yeah, yesterday doing that at the end of the day, ooh. So I got up first thing in the morning, did a bunch of video editing, got a video posted. We did our regular running to the banks and going to Sam's Club, getting shop supplies and stuff. And then get back home. I worked on some more editing. Got everything posted and then took off on the bike after eating lunch. And oh man, I just didn't have it. Like my energy level was just shit. My body felt weak. But yeah, it's nice to know what works for me. Evening training is not going to be a thing at all. It just occurred to me, that's a pretty big milestone for me to get to this point in the training, because now these are all easy days, no big miles, just a bunch of easy stuff right now. The next few days are going to be, you know, 10, 12, 15, maybe 20 miles at the most. Whatever I feel like doing each day. It's just to keep things moving, keep the muscles primed to be ready to go on Sunday. It's just nuts. All the months of training that's leading up to this next week. And during it, it's going to seem like daunting and never ending, but then it's going to be over and it's just going to be a memory. So I have to remember while I'm on Ragbrai to take it all in, try to be in the moment of every moment, because it'll be over before I even know it. That's how life is, man. Think about things, you stress on things, you worry about things, and then it comes and goes, and it's just a memory. You know, I'm posting all these videos and I may never watch them again. There might be a day I decide to go back and watch all of them to bring back the memories of everything I did. Even in the worst moments, the moments that suck, you gotta remember you're alive to experience it. So just embrace it and deal with it and get through it. Because on the other side of that, you have a good thing that you did, that you went through. Man, I am just full of energy this morning. Feel great riding. Now they put up park closed signs on this trail. Last time I came down here and filmed the high water, they had a city park truck follow me out of here on this trail. He didn't say anything to me, but it's like, dude, you don't have the gates closed over here. There's nothing telling me I couldn't come here. Yeah, as I finished filming the river, hopped on the bike and started to pull away, and I heard him revving the engine in his truck come flying up behind me. He followed me all the way out here. But this is where they could close the gate, and they didn't close the gate. So whatever. Water is still so high. think it's gone down a little, but it's still pretty high. Let's see if I can get a shot of the dam over here. Well, I just had a very aggressive red-winged blackbird come screaming down out of the tree, hit the back of my helmet, and I ducked forward and hit my teeth on the GoPro. And of course, I didn't have the camera on. Those birds are really a nuisance. What a little asshole. I wrenched my goddamn shoulder too, trying to duck the thing. And that was getting better. So now that's gonna get all inflamed again, god damn it. I can't believe how many of these red-winged blackbirds there are. They seem to be everywhere now. So I'm no carpenter, never worked a construction site. I did roofing when I was young, and I can do maintenance on properties because I used to own some rentals. But is it me, or do you think a 4-story apartment building should be a steel frame construction? This is all stick built, and it's on land that's near the Mississippi River. I would think over the years it's going to settle. I think steel construction would probably be better. I'm assuming this is all being built to code, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Just seems a little nuts to me. If you know anything about building codes and whatnot, throw something in the comments. rode just over 16 miles this morning. So had a great ride this morning, had a ton of energy. After riding 3 days in a row, a couple of them bigger mile days, I was pretty surprised at how I felt this morning, especially after last night. I was pretty exhausted riding at night. So yeah, it was a good morning, man. I don't know what you got going on today. Seems like a great day to chase your dreams. I'm gonna get back to living mine. We'll see you next time. Morning, it's Wednesday, July 16th. We're out at the mines of Spain. Usually I ride over here from home, but it's a weekday and I didn't want to be riding on the city streets. So I just drove the truck over. I'm just gonna ride back and forth in the park, I guess, today to get my miles in. Some different scenery, nice wooded area, fresh air within inside the city limits. Getting tired of doing the same trail all the time. But I only got a couple more days of doing this and then I'm off to Ragbrai, so I'm getting pretty friggin' excited. Yeah, we're gonna throw things on the bike here and get moving. All right, I don't know how well I'm gonna get footage here right now. I'm trying to film a little bit with a selfie stick, going through the park, obviously pedaling with one hand on the wheel. So I got everything loaded up and got out here, and I noticed that the sky was getting darker, and I was like, I better check the weather. There wasn't supposed to be any rain this morning. It's supposed to come this afternoon. Well, weathermen, wrong again. So in an hour and 15 minutes now, they're claiming storms are gonna come through the area. So I'm gonna have to contend with that. Gotta shift gears here. We got a deer in the trail right in front of us. Love these early morning rides. Hey, girl. Okay, anyway. Weather's probably gonna downpour a little over an hour. So I'm not gonna get many miles in today, but I'm out here doing what I gotta do. Love getting the fresh air out here in the park. I can see that riding with this thing could be a nuisance, trying to hold this in my hand. I need to shift going uphill now, so I'm going to be editing out a lot of this stuff. Whew. So I'll be doing a limited amount of this footage when I'm out and about on Ragbrai, but I'll try to get it just to show myself on the camera while I'm pedaling, get a little different perspective from the same old scenery I've been showing everybody. Oh, it's making me work harder. Steering with one hand, I can't shift. All right, we get on a hill now, so stop recording. Gonna stop recording. So it's fairly easy to take the camera off the selfie stick and put it back on the handlebar mount. Probably took me less than a minute to do. So that's good. It'll be easy for me to switch from those shots while out on Ragbrai. I'm excited to be able to get some new footage on Ragbrai, take in the whole experience, and just live through the week on my bike rather than worrying about having to get back home and go to work and all that shit. Just gonna ride every day and film it, take photos. That's gonna be pretty sweet. Yeah, I think I have 2 memory cards, 2 SD cards, and this one's over half full with just the things that I've recorded in the last 4 days, 3 days, something like that. So I don't know if 2 cards is going to be enough for the entire week. I might snag another one from Best Buy before I get going. I got to double check my inventory. I got a list of shit at home to do to go through everything the next couple days here to make sure I got all I need. I have all the gear for the bike and for myself and stuff, but I have extra GoPro batteries, extra charger, all that kind of thing. But yeah, I want to make sure I got enough storage for all the footage, because that would be a real shitty situation to be in the middle of Ragbrai and have no way of recording anymore because I'm full. But I'm also not going to have to fill my day with, you know, fill up a bunch of footage in a day like I currently do, just to have something to post. So I'm only going to be filming spots of it. Something laying here on the ground. I wanted to see what the hell that was. Oh, it's just a case for something. I thought maybe somebody lost a charger for some kind of device. But yeah, currently I film miles and miles of nothing just to have sections to speed up and have some kind of video content, something to look at and post. But once I'm on Ragbrai, I can just film a little bit of that every day and not have to be filming for miles and miles and miles. Just show some clips and then show when I'm in town, what I'm eating, people I'm talking to, having encounters with. I have more interesting content. At least that's the plan and hope. People asking me yesterday at the shop if I was nervous. Not nervous at all. I'm anxious. I just want to get out there and go. Yeah, last night, lying in bed, I was using a massage gun on my legs. They're pretty stiff and sore. And I've been, since last night, contemplating not riding on Friday, just so I have Friday and Saturday to relax a little bit before starting out on Sunday. And I think I might do that now that I'm out here riding this morning. I'm getting up the hill, but my legs feel like they're gonna explode. So it might do me good to take at least 2 days off so my muscles can relax a little bit and then go again. I won't be taking a week off like I did previously when I had trouble getting back on and going, with the pain that I experienced after having that time off. I don't want that again on Ragbrai right off the bat. So I think 2 days though, I should be safe. Plus it'll give me more time to get my gear ready Friday morning, and when I get off work Friday early. Just working a half day Friday. So it might be the smartest thing to do right now. Yeah, today will be my 5th day in a row riding back to back. And I know I got 7 days on Ragbrai with much higher miles. And that's all good. There's no sense in me burning myself out training right before. So we got these dark clouds coming in. You can see the edge of the storm over that way. It says it'll be here about 8:30 now. They were saying 8:15, so I gained a little bit of time. Hopefully we can get in some decent miles this morning before it starts to downpour. One thing I forgot about out here at Mines of Spain is these roads are really bad. And since the storms we had, they're even worse. I don't know if you can see this stuff on the side here on my right. A lot of that blacktop is cracked and separated from the pressure of the water. There's more dips, more ruts, and it's rough riding, man. Hopefully the sound of these bumps is coming through on the camera. Holy shit. And I don't know how rough that is on the wheels on this bike. You know, they're carbon fiber wheels. Which I know it's tough material, but it also can crack easier than like aluminum, from what I understand, so. Snag a photo here for my thumbnail, I think. It's a nice shot over here of this cool tree on the field with the sun behind it. Man, this shit almost hurts on my hands going down with all these bumps. It's one thing that sucks about a road bike is it's very rigid, no suspension. You know, I ride a rigid chopper, so I'm kind of used to riding on a rigid bike, but this thing doesn't weigh much, so when you hit the bump, it kind of sucks. You're on a motorcycle, it's at least got some weight to it, and you're just kind of flying over shit at a high speed, so it's not bad. So what I'm learning right off with the selfie stick mode here is to be on relatively flat ground in the gear you want to be in, so that you don't have to be shifting, braking, all that kind of stuff. Makes it a lot easier. So I'll just keep that in mind anywhere that I'm trying to get these shots. Some of you might be thinking, oh duh. Well, this is my first time doing this shit, so I'm learning something every day with this. It's kind of muggy, the storm coming in. It's really sticky. It feels cool when you're moving, but as soon as you stop, start sweating. Man, these roads are rough in here. I'm gonna ditch the GoPro so I can be a little safer with one hand here. So it's a close-up shot of the monument to Julian Dubuque. And Apparently, people think that if you throw change in here, that you can maybe make a wish. And they got some drinks too that they're sharing with Julie in Dubuque. This is the monument to the founder of our city. Pictures and video definitely do not do the view here justice. If you're ever in Dubuque, you got to come out here to the Julian Dubuque Monument in Mines of Spain, because the river view here is awesome. The horizon is pretty cool. Standing here thinking I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes, but it's actually flies, so that must mean the rain is coming. So I'm gonna get back on the bike and start heading back, I think, before it gets here. Weather Channel app said 8:30 for the rain, but I'm feeling the winds coming now. Flies are biting. I can't smell rain yet, but ooh, I just smelled a skunk. Hope I don't cross paths with that sucker. They're wrong again. All right. Okay, so I just checked the Weather Channel app again. It's claiming 8:15 again. It was 8:15, then it was 8:30, now it's 8:15. So yeah, unfortunately we're not going to get many miles today. We're just going to head back to the truck and head home before it downpours. I don't feel like getting all wet. I think right now it's 5 after 8, so roughly 10 minutes away from the storm, according to the Weather Channel app. But at least I got to mess with the selfie stick a little bit this morning. Still getting in almost a 7-mile ride, so it's better than nothing, I guess. Basically just a little warm-up ride, which is probably good since my legs were stiff last night and this morning. Just do a little ride like this and then do another one tomorrow, weather permitting. Morning. So I just decided to roll past the truck because it ain't raining yet. And I'm close to 7 miles, but I ain't there yet. Making decisions on the fly. So what I'm gonna do is start riding up the hill towards Grand View, South Grand View. And then I'll just turn around and roll back down that thing if it don't rain. Maybe we can get to the top and then come back. I just like pushing myself, man. Doing the things that are difficult while I can. Because, you know, the Weather Channel could be wrong, because they've been wrong. They keep changing their damn mind. So this being a steep hill with a lot of curves, I am not going to go fast down this thing. I don't want to eat shit this morning, so we're going to take it really easy going back down the hill. It was 0.65 miles to get up to the top, so not quite a mile to get to the top of this hill. Yeah, right through here is where it gets the steepest, so got to keep my speed down so I don't get too wacky, especially with the curves here. glad I took that little extra ride up the hill. The sky over here looks a little less daunting, so maybe the storm's gonna miss us, I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad I went up there. I got in some extra mileage and got to climb another hill before heading home, so it was worth it. All right, we got in a little over 8.5 miles this morning. Wasn't able to do the amount of miles that I was hoping to do this morning because of the weather that's coming in. But, you know, some miles is better than no miles. So I'm glad I got out here and did it. I'm going to get everything loaded up, head home, get out of here before the weather starts to change. But I'll be back out here again tomorrow, weather permitting. I don't know what you got going on today, but it seems like a good day to chase your dreams. I'm going to get back to living mine. See you next time. So it's Thursday, July 17th, and weatherchannel.com said there's only a 1 to 2% chance of rain. It rained. It's still kind of misting. When I walked the dog, I got drenched this morning because it was a pretty heavy drizzle. Must be nice to do your job wrong every day and still get paid for that. I just don't understand it. They're always wrong about the weather, but we're supposed to trust that they're right on the science of climate change. Okay. Anyway, this is my last day of training for Ragbrai. Regardless of it being wet, I want to get the miles in and be done with this milestone. So we're gonna get everything ready to go and get out here and get wet today. Hopefully this rain is about done. It's still kind of a misty kind of thing going on, but and it's cool out this morning. I think it's only 65 degrees. So chilly and wet. But I am ready and determined to get this day done for my last training ride so that I can finish up editing between today and tomorrow morning, get the last video up of my training rides, and start packing and be ready to go for Ragbrai. This is gonna be mud again, not dirt. I don't want my bike getting all messed up, man. Water, I'm cool with. Mud right now, not so much. Damn it.
Coming up.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna ride tomorrow as well, but I'm glad I decided not to because I got a lot going on. I have a massage appointment this morning. I have to tattoo today. Finish up a drawing for next week. Well, not next week, the week after Ragbrai when I get back. I have one more design to get ready. And then I have all my packing to do. Pack up all my gear, my food, clothing. Get it all into the single duffel bag that you're allowed to take. Oh, this is disgusting mud. It's flinging up. Oh man. I'm gonna try to do a packing video and gear video of all the things that I've purchased and links and all that stuff, and get up my last 3 days of riding videos edited and posted today and the last couple days all together in one. Clear out SD card, make sure all my batteries are charged. I got a whole list at home of shit that I gotta do. So that's why I'm glad I'm not riding tomorrow. No more training after today. What a hell of a milestone. So I'm gonna turn on my headlight and tail light. I'm gonna run some of my old neighborhood. Tail light was covered in mud. All right. I'm gonna go off the trail. I got lights on, bright yellow coat and helmet. And some of these streets down here aren't as busy as the West End, so I'm gonna run some of these this morning. I think I'm just gonna zigzag up and down Thomas Place, High Bluff, Lincoln, Garfield. See something a little different. Tired of running all the same shit. Can't wait to get on Ragbrai, get the hell out of this area and ride. And these areas have some gradual inclines, so it's not completely flat. And then I got this little hill right ahead of me. It's not bad though. Just drop a gear, climb the hill. There used to be a trail somewhere on the left side of the road here. I don't remember where it started exactly anymore, but we used to cut up to the top of the hill to go to Jefferson Junior High. I think it was around that house we just passed, but everything's so overgrown I can't really tell anymore. But yeah, we used to cut up through the woods rather than going up Stafford, Demers, and up the hill. It's a lot quicker to take that shortcut through the woods back then. And then we'd get up there and hang out on Cancer Corner, we called it. That's where all the bad kids would hang out and smoke cigarettes, and I was one of them. I smoked from the time I was about 10 years old until I was 23. So 13 years of puffing on that shit. And then I quit. When I quit, I was smoking 3 packs of Marlboro Reds a day. As an over-the-road trucker, had nothing better to do than smoke cigarettes and drink Mountain Dew. So it's officially, I think, 29 years now since I've had a cigarette. Glad I gave that nasty ass habit up. But the weird thing is I still think about it sometimes. You know, working on things like wrenching in the garage, I just get a sense that I want to smoke, but I don't. It's just weird that a habit like that, you can be done with it longer than you did it and you still want it occasionally. Like, I'm never gonna go back to it, obviously, but yeah, that nasty habit lingers in the back of my mind. I'm gonna go down Prescott Street here. Well, it's crazy. This wind can make you feel like you're climbing a hill still. Wow. Yeah, it's really windy. Just blew my hood off my head. Well, at least when I turn around to go back, the wind will be behind me, be pushing me more. Yeah, there was no wind coming down Lincoln Street in Prescott. It all picked up right here at the river. I'm gonna try to fix my hood quick. Just trying to avoid getting the rain down the middle of my back if possible. You know, reserve room for the sweat that'll run down my back inevitably. Yeah, rain gear doesn't really keep you dry when you're in the wind. I found that out on a motorcycle a long time ago. But what it does do is keep you from getting hypothermic. It keeps a lot of the rain off you, not all of it, which is much better. Oh, this is so much better with the wind in my back. I'm going uphill and just going like I'm not doing nothing. I know I'm back on some of the same areas that I've ridden many times. There's not a lot of choices where to go. I just figured I'd come out this way to get more mileage in, and then I'm gonna go back and get back onto Garfield in a little while. But there's a couple spots down here that the trail goes that I haven't gone yet, so it doesn't directly go back to the B branch. So I'm gonna go up here and go off the path and around to an area that I haven't ridden. So we're gonna hang a left here instead of staying straight. Go over this way. I've noticed I've made some mistakes in recording lately. There's a couple things that I thought I captured. I don't know what kind of voice command I gave it there, but it shut down the camera, so anyway, yeah, I've done some recording with my phone when I thought I was recording, but I didn't hit the record button apparently. So there's been a couple instances in editing I'm like, where'd this footage go? Then I realized I must not have hit the button, so I got to really pay attention to that on Ragbrai to make sure that I'm capturing the things that I want to capture. I'm sure I'll have plenty of footage, but it'd really suck if I'm talking to someone and I didn't hit record. It'd be pretty amateurish. So this wasn't much extra. I don't know if it goes down around. They must be trying to add on to this because there's construction down to my left over here, but it ends here. Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to add more to this trail going around this whole pond here. But we'll turn around and go back this way. Might ride through the millwork district, they call it, in Dubuque. It's kind of a bunch of old warehouses and stuff that they've turned into businesses and apartments. Revitalization of the area. Well, apparently my battery died already this morning. So either the camera didn't fully charge, or I've been recording for a lot longer time than I anticipated I was. Anyway, this area here doesn't go exactly where I thought it would, so I don't know if I can get to the millwork from here at all. I'm just going to ride around this solar array that they have over here for Alliant Energy. That's something I think is ridiculous. I try not to be political on here, but sustainability. They put all these solar panels all over the land. They take up land in Wisconsin all over. There's hundreds and probably thousands of acres, probably millions nationwide, of these energy companies building solar arrays, and then they charge us more for energy. All right, I think it would be much smarter to incentivize people to put solar panels on their roofs or in their yards and let them earn something. But once again, a corporation co-ops a thing and screws the people. So that's my 2 cents on that shit. So I just readjusted my rain hood to go under my helmet instead of over it. It's really cuts down on my visibility though. But when I had it over the helmet, it pulls the front of the jacket up, and just sits weird and feels weird. I don't know how you're supposed to wear this properly. If anybody's got an idea, leave it in the comments. Yeah, I don't know if you're supposed to wear it above or below this helmet. This is all new to me, you know. Yeah, this thing has like a visor around it that's kind of blocking my peripheral vision. I'm glad I have a mirror. Just looking back to see behind me is kind of a bitch now. Anyway, this is the Millwork District. As you can see, these old shipping docks lead up to businesses along here now. But this was all just abandoned warehouses a long time ago. Now completely redone. Roll down Jackson Street on the millwork. Right up here on my right, next to Mindful Bites, is Bicycle World. That's who has been doing the service on my bike and everything. All right, we're rolling up Garfield Avenue now. Well, Garfield is short-lived. It's 10 after 8. I gotta start heading back because I have things to do this morning. Glad I looked at the time. I was ready to go all the way out the end of the Garfield here. So, just gonna hang a left on Stafford up here. This Kramer's grocery store that you see on the left across the street, that was my childhood store to walk up to and get candy, my allowance and the money I earned from jobs that I was doing. Getting penny candy back then, and sandwiches. I don't remember how much the sandwiches were back then, maybe 99 cents, probably way more now. Kramer's is pretty notorious for their sandwiches. They're pre-made. You just nuke them. They're pretty damn tasty. And this house right here on my right is where I grew up. It's a little 3-bedroom. It's a tiny house. I can't imagine what it looks like inside now. It's probably gotta be so small. The 3 bedrooms, 1 bath is what it was, but the 3 bedrooms were upstairs, and the middle room was a walkthrough to get to the other 2. It was a tiny house. That's where I grew up until 7th grade, I think it was. After my parents split, and I started bouncing around all over, moving with my dad everywhere. Alright, riding out the windy highway, headed back to the Heritage Trail so I can avoid all the mud that I had to ride through this morning. I already have to wash the bike, but I don't want to make it worse or get more up my back. So whatever's on me now is probably dry, easy to brush off before I get back in my truck to drive. We did just over 16 miles this morning. So today is the last day of training for Ragbrai. Despite the rain, I came out here and did it anyway. So I'm pretty excited. A couple days I'll be hopping on the bus, heading west to Orange City and get this whole thing started. I've been training for months now. I don't know what you got going on today. It seems like a great day to chase your dreams. I'm gonna get back to living mine. We'll see you next time. Once again, the bike is absolutely filthy. So I'll be heading to the car wash before putting the bike away. Spray this thing all down, have to re-lube the chain tomorrow when it's all dry. I'm not gonna mess with it tonight or today.